Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Author Sherry Show. My name is Author Sherry, and I'm working as a public speaking coach, a TEDx speaker coach in India. And I'm on a mission to create 1 million public speakers in India by 2030. And that is the reason I've created the brand MS Talks India. Today, we have a very special guest. He calls himself as the possibility of creativity, and he is the person who I would like to describe like anyone who is looking for architect of the design, the brand, the overall sales management of the organization. It is very much similar to what the workers do, what the key architects do for the buildings, but then builders actually use their name. But we never come to know about the people working behind extensively, very sharply and subtly about the designs, about the branding. But they deserve a lot of credit. In fact, they deserve all the credit. He has worked with the top brands, he has worked with the startup brands and taken them to the next level. And I'm talking about a company starting from zero to becoming a 200, 300, 400, 500 turnover company. He's a laughter ambassador, a TEDx speaker, CEO of AIPL Brand Buzz, a sales and marketing consultant. He's one of the renowned sales and marketing consultant in India, and he is helping many entrepreneurs out there to become established brands. He manages end-to-end solutions for all his clients. Folks, if you are someone who has just started with a startup company, if you are somebody who is into marketing and looking out for some marketing tips for you and your company, if you are someone who is into sales and who is struggling to do sales, or who is someone running a company and not able to generate more sales, or if you are someone who is not at all clear about the structure, about the vision of the company, you should definitely not miss out this interaction, this broadcast today. So, ladies and gentlemen, with a huge warm welcome for the guest of the day, none other than Mr. Rajeev Narang. Welcome to the show. Rajeev sir, it's a pleasure to have you. You are live on the screen.
Thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you so very much for this huge introduction. I don't know whether I deserve it or not, but
Great to
thank
have
you
you
so
with
much.
us. Are you
Thank you
there?
so much. Yeah, I'm
Just
there.
missed out. Okay. Great to have you with us, sir. You are live on the screen now.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you so very much for this elaborate, huge introduction of mine. I don't know whether I'm an iota of that or not, but thank you for inviting me on the show.
Believe you me, I am short of words. Whatever I said, you deserve more than that. And I'm saying this by heart.
Thank you so much.
All right. So, Rajiv sir, we would like to start the interview by asking you my favorite question and probably yours too. What is your favorite song?
All of them. I'm so fond of music. I can listen everything from black and white songs to Akhiyon Se Goli Mare to Pandit Jasraj classical music. I can listen to anything. I'm so much in love. But every time when
Super.
people ask me so formally about what song do you like, I generally sing Haste Haste Kat Jaye Raste. I'm a laughter ambassador, and that's the best I can sing.
Amazing, amazing. So let's start with this song. Let's play that song.
Oh, sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank you. What a wonderful song. Thank you.
Yes. So you have been doing many things in your life. I would like to ask you, what has been your favorite quote so far? You have been noticing, you have been reading a lot of stuff as a consultant. So what is your favorite quote?
Yeah. So my favorite quote is something which is beyond. I think that's exactly what everyone, look for, hunt for in our
Yeah,
lives. People look for success. People look for money,
yeah.
prosperity, and everything. So my favorite quote is, happiness is a choice. Make it. So when you make a choice to be happy, everything else will fall in place and will be available to us. So happiness is a
Wow.
choice. Make it.
Awesome. Super awesome. Happiness is a choice, make it.
Yeah.
And actually, you don't make choices. Choices make you. You know, that
At
is
the end
how
of
it
the
has
day.
been said.
Yes.
Fantastic. What a great start to the interview. And happiness is contagious. So as your smile.
Thank you.
Super. So, Rajiv sir, I have given your introduction. Tell me if I missed out something. Tell me
No, no,
something which
absolutely.
I haven't said, and just run us through what has been your experience starting from your early childhood or your career or someone whom you are working as a consultant.
So I'm 55, almost 55, and with the 30 years of experience of
Wow.
working,
Yeah.
I started off after doing my MBA. I started off being I started off as a designer, as a creative person with no computers and all. But moving from that time till the time of college, then MBA, then the first few years of life of career, it was not a life of abundance. But from moving from there, where everything was less in number, less over there, to come to a point where people today, I am running an organization with 25 people, and all of them are working towards building up of brands, and we're supporting the sales and the marketing structures of organizations. That I can very happily say that today the kind of clients that I'm handling, they somehow create almost like a 5,000 crores of business. So I think that's quite an achievement from nowhere to this. And I think there's still so much to achieve, still so much to learn, still so much to do.
Wow. Wow. That is super amazing. Super
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
So, as you know, Rajiv sir, that due to COVID-19, the markets are closed.
Yep.
So, what do you think? What is happening to the salespersons out there? You yourself is a sales consultant. So,
Correct.
what are they thinking? What are they doing sitting at their home? Because many of them probably are not working. So, what is your view on that?
Uh, See, when we talk about working from home, everybody else, whoever is using the technology, can actually go out there and work and do something working at home. But particularly for salespeople, I would really say that they have to play now the role of being the owner of the business that they are working in, or the companies that they're working in. They have to take a lot of ownership. Why I say that is because when you become an owner, you don't really think about what is going on right now and what is going to be what are the troubles which are going on. You also have to keep thinking of the future. And when a salesperson has to keep thinking of the future, I think as an owner, he will have to do things, he has to prepare for future. So this is the time for them to learn. This is the time for them to train themselves on the products, on their services, on their what all is happening around their markets, their customers, for that matter, people who are into B2B. Trust me, they have to really know a lot more about their customers, the people that they're dealing with. So if this is the time where they can use in unlearning some of the things and learn the new things about their own people, the potential markets, the prospects, this is how they can utilize. And salespeople, then when the markets open, they will go fully prepared and be there, and I'm sure they'll achieve success.
Wow, wow. That is why I say you are the best. You have covered everything in brevity. You have given a strong message to all the salespeople out there that start using the technology, start working like entrepreneurs for the organizations you are associated with. The time is
Absolutely.
up now. If you are thinking as employee, start thinking as entrepreneurs. That's a great
Absolutely.
statement. I love that.
Thank
I
you so
love
much.
that.
Thank you.
Great, sir. So moving on, I would like to ask you something about branding. Now, you have designed MS Talks India logo also, and
Yeah.
you are somebody who has been designing logos for many organizations, startups who are now well settled, doing great business in the market. So, what about branding? How should companies continue to do the same during these challenging times?
Okay, so one thing I would say here is that when we talk about branding, the logo is only a small part of it, though it is the face of the organization. But then that is something which is once done can actually go on for long. And branding in per se is a what you call a perpetual activity, a continuous activity. Branding keeps on happening. It is not only limited to what you are doing externally for your customers. It is also about what you are doing internally for your teams. It is something which is, what is happening today. And I think when you're talking about, especially about these challenging times of COVID-19, uh, everyone is into this, moment marketing. We've seen Amul doing it for ages. That whatever has been the highlight, the big breaking news is they have been covering it. But today, what I see is that there are people who are actually using this moment marketing as as something to be aware, to be talking about. And I very strongly believe that while everybody should be using the moment for marketing, but this is a time to really look at how to really, continue being visible, but not essentially doing an overkill of everything which is happening in moment. So, for example, everyone is talking about the do's and don'ts, social distancing, everything is going on, but there's so much happening. I was just a few days ago, I was listening to consultant, a very famous, renowned consultant, Mr. Bijur, and he talked about something very interesting. He said today is the time of palliative advertising, where we can be not really curing the corona virus, but we can create our advertising, create our marketing, create our branding around being the positive side of what it brings. So when you are talking about what you are doing right now through these interviews is creating the positivity. You're not talking about corona, but you're using this time given on our hand because of that problem, that we are doing interviews and the learning sessions. So that is what I think the company should be doing at this particular time.
That is simply amazing, sir. And I think you have given a very strong message to all the companies out there who believe that we are not getting enough time for the branding. Well, folks, if you are listening and watching this interview, Rajiv sir is just requesting you to use the momentum. Use the momentum as per your organization's objectives. There's a lot to be done, there's a lot to be achieved. And this is just a temporary phase. The message is very clear.
Yep.
Fantastic, Arif sir. So, what do you think that what will be the future going forward for all the organizations as we have seen this temporary phase? I've been watching the videos, and just like you, I've been talking to experts in the companies. Everybody is giving their view, but what do you think as a person who has spent more than 3 decades in the industry, seen who's who of the companies, gone through the tough times, and seen the dark times also and seen the great times also. What is the future of sales and marketing after this phase of social distancing, which will now become a norm probably? Because as things are moving on, we never know. After this lockdown of 15 April, maybe it will extend, maybe it will not extend, considering the sensitivity of the situation. So, what are your views on that, Rajiv sir?
One, I think, what we've always done in the past, we've moved beyond whatever has happened in our lives. So this shall also pass. This is not here to stay. But as you rightly said, that the social distancing, the keyword today, is going to stay for much longer. If you see the way the e-commerce companies are actually, growing, and the way they are going to do business, that's an indication where we are going to lead in future as well. They are still going to play the most important, way of marketing. However, we are Indians in India, and also I would say not only India, but I think also in sales, we can't really discount the importance of personal message, personal relationship, personal engagement, personal touch in our equations with our customers. We like to meet people, we like to socialize, we like to party, we like to engage. We like to say Happy Diwali, Happy New Year, Happy Holi, Happy Eid every time. And though we are using a lot of social media for that, but then there is still a lot of it in the physical engagement with the customer. So for future for sales specifically, when I say it will definitely become a lot, depend a lot on virtual meetings, virtual communications, virtual engagements. And what will happen is that the physical conversations will actually remain what you call as more business development oriented. It will not be for mundane reasons or for the regular reasons of that you're following upon the order or you're following upon the payments. That will go into a system, and the structures will come in place. Technology will come in a lot of place, and SMEs, I have worked with a lot of them. SMEs are going to depend a lot on the technology front. However, for salespeople, it is going to continue. For marketing, social media has really picked up the way it is picked up. But I see definitely coming in things like, exhibitions for that matter. There's a possibility that we will be looking at more virtual exhibitions, because exhibitions are somewhere are the places, where people congregate, people visit, people come meet, and look at the physical things. So with the challenge, of course, will be that how we can really create the virtual stores for us, the virtual exhibitions, and I see that is one area which should really be seen more seriously.
Wow, awesome. I love the word virtual stores, by the way. And everybody's talking about going virtual. And I guess you're also suggesting your clients that it's time now to leap forward and understand more about the technology. Because
Hmm.
in India, it has just begun, unlike other countries where people are very used to using technologies like Zoom or other
Correct.
platforms. In fact, somebody yesterday just spoke to me and told me that the market shares of Zoom company, which is listed on Nasdaq, has grown
Yes.
up to 450%. So that's quite stagnant.
Correct.
So yeah, so great, sir. I think this will definitely help all the viewers who are watching this telecast. And as you rightly said, that there is some kind of impact on social media also. So my next question is connected to that only. What do you think will be the impact of COVID-19 on social media? And what are your views that how this is going to impact in a positive way, how it will come up for all the people, especially who are into different businesses?
As I said earlier, social media is something which has gained importance, will still continue to have a larger chunk of the marketing plan and the marketing budget, especially for companies who are getting more into e-commerce and are planning to sell their products and services through online. And that is what we look like, it seems like happening right now with all this social distancing thing coming over here. But at the same time, I would think the overall content will also get altered. Videos are taking up. Videos are becoming are the norm of the content. A lot of education will happen through online social media specifically. This is going to become a place where people are going to really promote everything from every product, every service, whether sold online or sold offline. So this is going to be a very important area. Learning is going to be there. Training is going to be there. Everybody's, and you in the beginning, you also mentioned that upskilling through online is going to, is going crazy right now. And that is what is going to happen. People will have to create more engaging stuff. There's a lot of clutter there. So we'll have to find out ways to, cut the clutter, cut it some way, and then take it forward. That's something which is, I think, is going to be very important.
Superb. Superb. So I think, as you rightly said, that marketing, training, education, online business will definitely have overall connection with what's happening in this small phase of struggle. So, Rajeev sir, how are you helping your clients right now? What are you telling your clients in this phase of social distancing? What are you suggesting them how to make sure that they should not book more losses? They should actually maintain the overall business development growth. I hope you must have come across this question from the clients you're working with.
Yeah. See, I would not essentially talk about, say, my clients or so. I personally feel that it is all about, most of my clients are SMEs, right? And I think this is the time when SMEs are really going to have the biggest of problem. People have been saying that, most of them, many of them will actually close down, because they're working on a smaller scale. But then I would really say this, that this will be unfair. I think I'll be very straightforward on this. It'll be very unfair to simply say that COVID is going to kill all the SMEs, or most of them SMEs, or people, or the SMEs who just started off, or the startups are there. But I believe all those who are not preparing themselves for future, all those who have not worked on the sustainable models, are going to feel the pinch. If you actually get killed, it will also be because then you were not ready for it. because that is something which is important. That means our structures, our systems, everything was not prepared for it, and therefore you will have a tough time. Yes, this gap is for everyone. Everybody is facing the problem. Offices are closed. We are all working from home. There is a pressure, and with the pressure of meeting all the expenses, paying out all the salaries. All SMEs have to do it. But this is exactly what will differentiate the men from the boys. That is what is going to be the outcome of this.
Absolutely, very well said. So I think to sum up what you said is that it's all about just the mindset. Get ready for the changes which are coming up in the industry, and overall get ready to understand with all the positivity in the mind that everything is going to fall in place. Just work hard, stay safe, and keep on doing your efforts.
And prepare
So,
for a future, because this is not the
and
last. This is not the last COVID we are going to see.
all right, so and prepare for the future. So be diligent about any emergency can happen and just be ready for that.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. So, what do you think, Rajiv sir, now that you have spoken about small and medium enterprises, SMEs? So, how SMEs will cope up the recession while some of them close down? I think you have almost covered that,
Almost.
but we would like to take your views, or more views, more detailed views, probably. What do you think about overall SME sector as a consultant, as someone who is into the marketing and sales business for such a long time? So, what are your views on that?
See, my views are simple. I think, as I said earlier, we have to prepare, we have to learn, we have to unlearn, we have to find out new ways of using technology in our systems. We can't do anything about it right now, but I'm sure we can prepare for things to come in future. It's going to be repetition, but that's what exactly it means. It means that we prepare right now. Whatever we haven't done earlier, we need to do it now. If we have not learned, if not created training programs for our teams, because so trust me, right? This is the time for SMEs to train their people. This is the time, because they are, when I talk about branding, they are our face in the market. They are the brand ambassadors. Before anybody takes any brand ambassador, people are the one who make it. So they are the ones who are going in the market. So today, this is the time, whether it is lockdown or not, whether it is later. But I think right now, every SME has to train their people. That is it. That's the only thing. Whether we are visible or not, whether we are creating a marketing story out of it or not, but train your people is something which is important.
Wow, wow. I think you're the first one who has emphasized on training at this moment. I think this
Absolutely.
is, yeah, I think this is something which all the trainers out there should listen. You must watch what Rajiv sir is right now saying. He's actually emphasizing on training, because this is the time where all the companies can utilize through e-learnings, make their employees ready with the relevant skills, because 90% of the jobs in India are skill jobs, and we all know that. But
Hmm.
when it comes to using those skills, many employees are not able to do that. So this is the right time to give online training sessions, to deliver online trainings, to take the best of use of the time and utilize the time for the training and development of your company employees. So I think that was a wonderful learning, and that was a great point you mentioned, Arif sir.
Thank you.
So Rajiv sir, going forward, I would like to ask you that what do you think a company should do when they start? So this question is connected to a company who is starting from the scratch. For example, if there is a new company, if somebody wants to start his entrepreneurial journey, what do you think that he requires apart from logo and a good name and registration? What are the key components you feel that they should must have in their arsenal?
Uh, First thing first, I think they should have a business plan. If they don't have a business plan which is sustainable over 3 years, 5 years plan, especially 3 years definitely. If they don't have a plan, nothing else will work. No logo, no marketing skill, no nothing will work. So they must actually put their business plan together. They should know what are they going to market. They should know to whom they have to market. They should know where they want to market. What is the channel they want to use. What is it the kind of budgets they can invest on marketing, because that's something which is going to be continuously required. And if once all of that is done, then of course they need a website, they need a logo, they need social media presence, they need catalogs, they need brochures, they need people, they need training for their people, they need everything else. But without a business plan, nothing works. As simple as that.
Without the business plan, without the system, nothing works.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So great. I request all the live users who are watching this broadcast live, you can please ask your questions, start dropping your comment right now live, so that if you have any questions running on in your mind, you can definitely get the answer today from the expert, Mr. Rajeev Narang. So it's been a fantastic interview. I have learned a lot personally from this interview. A lot of good points have came up, and a lot of much needed points you have raised, which I think can benefit a lot of organizations, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of CEOs of the company watching this broadcast. So, Rajiv sir, what is your key message for the entire MS Talks community?
Okay, I know MS Talks community is more about professionals, individuals, organizations who are more into coaching, training, learning, educating, and a lot of a lot of face value is attached. So one I would say is that every consumer, every customer wants to deal with the happy brands, right? So be happy, create happiness around you, do some great work, do some social work. And I would like to close it by saying that these are the times of Corona, but please take it as Corona. Kuch to Corona, jo happiness badhaye. Do something like that.
Super awesome. Don't talk about Corona. Talk about Kuch to
Corona.
Corona.
Kuch to
Simply
Corona.
amazing. That's a great message for all of us, Rajiv sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I
Yeah.
think somebody has dropped a comment, a question, so we can take a few questions before uh, we can finish the interview. The question
Sure.
is on the screen, Rajiv sir. SMEs can be game changer for Make in India program. Should they shut down or relook into going forward strategy? I guess you have spoken a bit on this, but someone is just
All right.
asking for more clarity. Yeah.
All right. So, thank you for this question. And I would say it is not the time to shut down. Make sure that you don't shut down. Check out whether you have all your structures, systems, everything is in place, whether all your, brick and mortar is in place, so that you don't shut down. This is the time to move forward. As I said, it is about learning about future and understanding and preparing yourself about future. And believe you me, in the given situation under the Make in India program, the government of India is also going to support a lot of SMEs. They already have platforms to support SMEs. They have their skill development divisions also, departments also working. So I believe this the whole thing around Corona is going to have a lot of change in perception about many things, and government is also going to take a stand for SMEs. So this is surely not the time to shut down, but it is surely the time to see that you're tightly placed, you are rightly placed, and your structures are in place so that you don't lead to a shutdown.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's time to rethink, re-strategize your business plan and take the things forward. So any questions, any further questions? I'm waiting for more comments from all of you who are joining. We have more than 20 people right now live. Anybody who has any questions, you may please ask related to sales, related to marketing. I think some of you are just typing the questions. Thank you for building up this positive energy around in the interview. Rajiv sir, you have spoken about laughter. I missed out asking you, why do you promote so much of laughter? Why do you feel that laughter is very much required in life? Though we all say that, smile, please smile, keep smiling, but we never intend to say with heart. So, what are your views on that?
So, laughter has changed my life. Trust me, laughter is like, it's a magical trick. If you are in a bad mood, just look at the mirror, laugh at yourself, and they don't take yourself so seriously. Unfortunately, everyone takes himself or herself so seriously that we are so engrossed with ourselves, and we believe nothing moves without us. The fact remains that everything moves without us. We are only there. So I think it's as I said, happiness is a choice. So it is laughter yoga has taught me that you have to make a choice to keep yourself happy, because it has its advantages. I'm not going to talk about what are the advantages and benefits of laughter yoga, but it has altered my life. I think it's a great thing to do. If you are feeling down, go just have a hearty laugh. मैं तो हमेशा बोलता हूँ, if you really are upset, instead of going to going to a corner and crying, go and try and laugh if you can. If you can't, talk to the laughter yogis. There are many, and there are laughter yoga clubs going around. Talk to them.
Super awesome. I think that was a great suggestion. So laughter is a magical thing. Thank you very much for sharing this line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. So I think somebody has asked questions, sir. We'll take a final question before we go ahead with the interview. So SMBs have loans suggestions to manage banks. I think this question pertains to the loans which
Yeah.
SMEs are going through. So anything you want to just cover up on this point, probably?
I don't think so that I can talk about this, because everybody is in the same same boat. You and I are on the same side. So how to manage? I think everyone is undergoing this, their own situation, their own circumstances. Somebody will sail through, somebody will not. Government talking about banks, RBL saying don't ask for EMIs for next 3 months. That should only come in as a support. We can't do much about it. I mean, this is how it is. So can't really say how you manage your loans. Work well, earn. That's all.
All right. So I think somebody has asked a very specific question. We'll just take this one very quickly, sir. Can you talk about brand building a bit more? So how you can build up a brand? I think that's a very valid question from someone who has been helping brands to grow into hundreds of crores. So I think you can just take this forward, sir.
So talking about brand building is something which is like I mean, it's not a one line definition. One, it depends on which stage and what phase of life stage of life the business is in. So I keep promising my customers that I will take you to the next level. So but we have to define which level are we at the moment. So when we talk about brand building, I think if the person who's asked this question can actually say what level of business they are in, and I can then talk about how you can build about their brands. Otherwise, we can connect, on a personal messaging. And I won't charge for that. Don't worry. Thanks to MS Talks.
That is super awesome.
It depends on what stage are you in. So if you're a startup, your branding, technique or branding strategy would be different from if you're at a breakthrough level where you're bringing in a new product line based on a new technology. That'd be a different brand building. So what stage of business you are in depends on that.
So mind you Facebook user, whosoever asked this question, that talk about brand building. So this is why experts are required. Now he's not talking about brand building. He's asking you to again think about what stage you are in. So I think that specific thing is always there in the mind of an expert, and that is what Rajeev sir is asking you. What stage you are in right now? Where do you see brand building can do wonders for you? So tell us about your stage if you really want to get the right answer, because he's here to give not the answers, but he's here to give the precise answers. So anyways, yeah, if you are here missing out this question, probably you can drop a comment, and later on we will definitely.
I'll surely respond once, if somebody drops a comment, I'll respond to that.
That is so nice of you, Rajeev sir, to say that. And we really appreciate your time coming out from your busy schedule, doing this interview, sharing your wonderful insights, some top lessons today about branding, sales, the future of SMEs, its impact on social media. I think it's a must watch interview for all the SMEs, startups, and anyone who is associated, linked with branding or sales or marketing in one or the other way. So thank you very much, Rajeev sir, for this wonderful interview. And we really appreciate your time and insights shared with all the viewers of this broadcast.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you. And keep inviting me. I'll be happy to be here talking about various things. Yeah.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. We look forward for many such interviews in the future.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thanks,
Goodbye,
everyone.
sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.